La 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 la. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Sai.
I'm Mags.
And welcome to Beyond the Bag. We record these live on Poshmark. So if I start sounding like I'm narrating a TikTok gone wild type of thing, it's just me being really excited about leather.
As you should. What's in our bag?
Today, first up, we just talked about it yesterday, so we had to bring it up today. Celebrity influence on handbag trends.
Uh-oh. Who am I searching now?
Well, it all started with what?
Carrie Bradshaw.
That's right.
Carrie and the Kiss Lock.
It all started with Carrie Bradshaw, and we're gonna really delve into why it is we do what we do and why celebrities have such an influence on us.
Okay.
I mean, right. And then the next topic, of course, which is why I thought, is somebody listening to my diary and reading my diaries? Are they? Reinventing yourself after 35. Growing older doesn't mean settling. It's about elevating.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about how it is because we're always reinventing ourselves. So, and really it's all about just being okay with starting something brand new.
Yeah. After 35?
After 35.
Okay.
You think it'd be easy, but it's not. We're older.
Yeah. No, it's never easy, but sometimes necessary.
All right. And in fresh pop culture news, apparently clear bags are now stylish enough for high fashion.
Wait, what?
That's right. Clear bags are in.
Like, they're concert bags, though.
Right. No, they're in now. So
Okay.
even Coach is getting in on it. Everyone's getting in on it, making clear bags. Novel's going to love that.
Yeah, for sure. She can now take a coach to the concert.
But yeah, that's what we got today. So hey, let's cue the music. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Beyond the bag where the story shines. Bags, brands, and secrets all in real time. From Lux deep dive to resale tea. Come vibe with the tribe, unfiltered free. We live on the mic, straight from the show. You feel the buzz and the glow as we go. Beyond the bag, let's go.
I couldn't get the thing to come up here, so I'm going to do it from here, okay?
Okay.
This one, I was so ready for this, babe.
Okay.
Celebrity influence.
Our celebrity influence.
Okay.
Ugh. Guilty as charged.
Sex in the City.
Yep.
Okay, I want you to picture it.
So there.
Okay, picture it. New York City, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Bradshaw strutting across the screen, the Sex in the City, with the Fendi baguette on her arm.
Yes.
And then what? Do you remember the scene?
No.
A guy tries to rob her.
That's right. That's right.
That's not even in my notes. I just know that. Look, it's not even in my notes.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
A guy tries to rob her, and she pretty much corrects him. Oh, no.
This is a Fendi.
This is a Fendi.
Sir, this is a Fendi. That's right. Oh,
yes.
my God.
Yes. And then now she's still doing it. And recently now on And Just Like That,
So
show,
good.
she now got caught carrying a kiss lock from Coach.
The oversized one.
Right. Now, here's my point. On both cases, I have other celebrities to throw in here, but for now, we're going to start with her. She's a big influence on this, right?
On me.
Yeah, on you. But
Yeah.
but not just you.
I know.
That bag went through the roof.
I bet.
Fendi owes her something. Because
I'm sure she got a few for free.
yeah.
So.
And to add on to that, same thing that just happened recently with the Coach kiss lock.
Mm-hmm.
Try and buy one right now.
No, they're
$1,500. Yep. Try and buy one. They weren't $1,500 before that. I
Hell
want to
no.
point this out.
Hell no, they
And are they sold out? You better fucking believe it.
Yep.
Good luck trying to get that.
Yep. $1,500 on Posh if you want it, is what I saw, which is insane.
Right. So after she popped that on there in the 2023 for the SJP, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Kiss lock effect. That's what they put in.
Okay.
Sales went up searches on eBay surged 185% for that. Everyone went on eBay and they're like, I must buy. Yeah, you added at least 1% to that.
I did.
So yeah, and she's not the only one. Kylie Jenner, Coach Tabby.
Oh, really?
That color sold out in 48 hours.
Wow.
To book her. Yeah.
I believe it. She has a huge following. So that makes so much sense to me.
Jennifer Lopez with the Kate Spade top handle in a Netflix promo. Resale listings for that style instantly doubled.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
J-Lo's rocking a coat, Kate Spade. I saw there's a J-Lo Coach collab on like a fanny pack I saw. And it's like furry animal print. And I was like, oh yeah, that's J-Lo. That makes sense.
Lil Nas X,
Mm.
he has like a Coach line, if you will.
Really?
If you happen to get your hands on one of those double.
Really?
They don't, whatever they sold them for, they're 2X.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Huh.
So my point is celebrities really, really influence it and influence the hype of something, kind of like Labubus. So they really influence the hype of what's going on. Now,
Definitely.
it comes with a catch-22.
Okay.
When the hype dies, you're stuck with the Fendi that you mortgage your house for.
True. That's true. I don't know. I'd still be like, but Carrie Bradshaw used this back.
When the hype dies, you got these creepy dolls that you spent a lot of money on looking at you.
Don't talk about my fugglers.
No, I'm talking about La Bubbles.
I know.
La Bubbles. I'm talking about them.
I know.
And it's not the first time it's happened. Look around right now. You got a Beanie Baby lying around somewhere. You got a Tickle Me Elmo you don't even look at anymore.
Right?
Okay, it's not the first time that hype has really driven us into buying something because others were buying it only, not because you wanted it. And I think that's very scary whenever a celebrity has that influence on you.
Definitely. Absolutely. I joke. I joke that I would want something like that, but I would never. I'm too frugal to overspend on something like that. I can idolize it. I could dream. I could, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I wish.
Fun
But-
fact, that's what I said when I first saw her.
Oh geez. But I
One
would
day.
I would never.
I should just like browsed over that. She's just like,
I-
oh, whatever, just continue on.
I would never I would never like splurge on something like that. I would be like one of those like in the like the I wish one day type thing.
Right,
So-
right.
But that's what you did with me?
You're like, hold on one second. My PC is having an aneurysm.
Oh my God,
There you go. Yeah. I mean, look at you. Have you seen yourself lately? You're the Fendi and I'm the Fry. I'm the Fry. That's what you call me.
You're the fry to my Fendi.
So disgusting. Stop. But the barf rainbows over here. Oh my God. Fry or fossil? Yes, I'm going with fossil. Yes, I'm going with fossil. Absolutely. According to the Journal of Consumer Psychology 2024, seeing a celebrity with the product activates your mirror neurons. Why did I read this? I already know this. Why did I just read that? I literally already know this.
Okay.
The brain tricks us into imagining our
Is it like a status thing that you now feel you have that status because you're using that item that the person used? Is that what the transmitters are
100%.
doing?
Yes, but when we talk about just the brain itself, the mirror neurons go off. So you imagine yourself in someone, depending on the influence that they have on you. And influence works in a very funny way. They could just be they're rich. It could just be they're good looking. And you go, oh, I wish I had those, I wish I had that stomach. I wish I had that tan. I wish I had that man she's got, right? Influence works really, really funny. A lot of influence is directly correlated to your insecurity.
Mm,
Now, this is very important to know. The easier influenced you are by other people and celebrities, probably there's something going on internally that you need to fix.
some
You know,
insecurities that
that-
you're not aware of, maybe.
that you're not aware of,
Mhm.
right? And we all have them. Nobody doesn't have them, okay? Nobody's out there like, no, and if you don't have it, you don't think you have, then you're an egomaniac. That's a whole other story on its own.
Right.
But I'm talking about just a normal human being for the most part. When you are easily influenced by that, that's something you should really consider looking into because, now with all that said, I'm not immune to that. If I see a line and the line leads to nowhere, I'm like, where's this line go? I'm curious.
So true.
I got to find out.
They used to do that all the time in Vegas, on
Really?
Fremont Street. Remember? We would stand, you'd have somebody stand at there was nothing there. You were just standing in a line.
Right.
And you'd watch people line up.
Right.
And you just sit and watch them and you're like, what are you lining up for? They didn't know, but they saw a line and they wanted to be part of it.
Oh, no. I know. I'd be in there making terrible jokes. I'm like, what's this line go to? My ex-girlfriend's bedroom. Come on, get on in. Everyone to the back, which is a terrible joke because there's families. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, but yeah, that's a big deal. That's how celebrities influence us a lot, babe. She went to go plug in the phone.
Yep.
So look at what happened to you. I'm going to use this as a case study.
Jennifer Garner. Oh.
Was that my personal kryptonite? Is Jennifer Gardner. Whatever she buys, I want it. Oh yeah, and that's okay. And I think that's a big deal too. Is having those mirror neurons activate isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just when it's easily
Right. When it's just to.
right.
I've got to have it. They've got to have it now. I'll spend my last whatever on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and remember, it could just be you either can see yourself with what they got or you can see themselves as them or whatever it might be, that it activates that part of your brain. We just had a podcast before. It's when you feel that, try and just kind of pause for a second. You know what I mean? Make sure, go do those steps that this is something that you actually
Put
want.
the time in between
Mhm.
that decision and the action. Absolutely.
Right. Now, with that said, to counter myself, I love to argue myself. It also feels good to get that thing.
True. Yeah. I am definitely that way with I'm a sucker for Taylor, obviously. Anything that she has, I'm like, I would love to. And then like I want to get her perfume. I had her perfume. I need more of it. And but also even before all of this bag stuff, I love Sarah Jessica Parker and Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City. So it's super funny that all of this has come out and that she would be one of my kryptonites is Carrie Bradshaw, or like I said, Taylor would be my two that I idolize like that when it comes to like wanting what they have. Not what they have, but like wanting like the item that they're carrying or that they're holding or that they're wearing or whatever it may be.
Right. And the reason why we're talking about this is because Retail Dive reports that 49% of luxury handbag purchases are directly influenced by celebrity or influencer exposure.
How much? I'm sorry?
49. Let's just say half. Half of the shit that we buy when it comes to handbags is because an influencer or a celebrity has used it or they're using it.
That is an overwhelming number. I didn't realize that.
50%. The rest of the 50% is what we're doing, which is like, that's cute. That could work for what I'm doing on Saturday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna fit. Or it could be like sometimes I add to my collection. Or sometimes it's like I'm a splurge, that's nice, or I like that color. I want to say that's the bulk, 51%. 49% of it is because what?
They're being influenced.
They're being influenced.
Wow.
Somebody was wearing it that you really, really liked.
Wow.
Right?
I would not have put that high of a number on it. I know it's a big deal, but I wouldn't have put that much of a number on it. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
I had to like stop and think about it for a second. That's a lot.
You know what's really funny about me? I'm so reverse. And here's what I mean. I'm not influenced by celebrities at all. Like I don't like. I think because working at the Improv, really ruined my celebrities
idolization.
Yeah. You know, you live that close to Hollywood, you start meeting the people. They're just people, right?
Yeah.
But you want to know who influences me? People.
Yeah.
So like when our little circle of people start doing stuff, I start doing it. For example, when Olinked Red.
Yeah.
Then we did that song.
Yeah.
And I started wearing red and looking for red, and I was influenced by our own song from our own people.
That's so true. I've done the same thing with Gwen and her like concealed bags. I start looking for them now.
Oh,
I don't even own a piece.
This is 100% true, Gwen. If you're listening, okay, this is 100% true. She goes and she's like, "Can you hide a gun in there?" And I'm like, "You never used to think that. You're so influenced right now."
And I'm like, I don't even own a gun. But if I did, could I put it in here? Would it fit comfortably?
Right. So I'm trying to like argue myself and I'm going through my Rolodex. Yes, Twyla, what is a Rolodex?
Ooh.
I just asked my 10-year-old what a Rolodex was. She says it sounds familiar.
Yeah. What do you think it is?
What do you think it is? It does have something to do with information. Kid, you're actually smart.
She is.
Wow.
She's pretty.
How did she know that?
I don't know. She's not a normal kid. That's all.
Wow. Okay, she threw me off there.
Yeah.
Context. Watch or card catalog? Context say watch. Wait, for what?
Rolex.
Oh, Rolex. Oh, man.
Oh my God, how funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Rolodex.
Rolodex. Kid. But yeah, you know, I'm going through my Rolodex in my head, and I'm like, what celebrity influences me? I'm trying to think, and I can't pull one up that makes me go, if that person, like, I don't have a Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah.
I don't got one. I kind of feel like I'm missing out.
That sucks for you.
I got like, who would do it for me? I don't really know.
You know what's super funny is we idolize a different type of celebrity. Like I said, those are my two that I let myself fangirl on. Are those two. But when it like comes down to it, we actually idolize more like Marcus Lemonis.
Oh.
And Tony Hsieh.
Yeah.
And those are more of our idols. And they're not like
idols. I'm a weird guy.
They're not like influencer based at all.
Yeah.
They're just
people.
Better, like people.
Yeah.
Like making the business world better.
Right.
And so those are ours. But if like, you better believe if Marcus started rocking some type of Coach or something, I'd be like, yeah, I gotta have that Coach. Or something to that effect, because
I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Because there would be a reason that he's using it. There'd be something that he's supporting, or there'd be a functionality about it that actually made sense to an entrepreneur, or something to that effect. So it wouldn't just be like, I gotta have it because he has it. There'd be a little bit of that, but there would be more functionality based of why they were using it that made sense to our like life or our lifestyle or our business or whatever it may be.
Right.
So our influences are a little bit different than like mainstream celebrities. And I think it does come from working at the Improv and being inundated with celebrities where you're just not like, you're not starstruck anymore.
Right.
Like it's really hard to meet a celebrity and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you, because I'm like, you're just a human.
We had a sidebar before this podcast starts. And if you're ever curious, we always have a pre-podcast before we actually start recording the podcast. If you're ever curious about what we talk about, hop in to Poshmark, our Poshmark Live. And we do shows 4 days a week, except for yesterday. You had a migraine.
I did. I had a
So we do these and you can talk about, but I want to sidebar real quick onto that. We met at the Improv, and I had a small thing about us older folk. Us older folk, we could take a joke better for a lot of reasons. All right. But one thing about the Improv that I wanted to bring up, since you just triggered that, is I watch humor bring so many people together.
Yeah.
So working at a comedy club, you would watch the most racist jokes come out of every comedian's mouth. But then you look in the audience and you'd see all different races and all different colors and all different ages, all laughing together and having a good time because they were just jokes. Like there wasn't any shade being thrown around. Sure, they're racist, but they're not actually like go out there and go.
The malicious that I go back to.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like don't actually go out there and hurt somebody. These are just jokes, right? So now if I told any of those jokes, now this is part of my sidebar from before. This is mostly just for the Poshmark people before the show started. I'd be canceled. I'd be canceled on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? So and I think that's really interesting to see, like you and I coming from sort of a comedy club background. You get to see that where you're like, no, they're just jokes, and humor can actually bring people together. If anything, it helps kind of bring light to the different cultures that we have, right? Asians eating dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Not here in America necessarily, but it's a thing.
Right.
You don't want to look. You don't want to see it. You know what I mean? And don't bring this up into your feed. It's not good. Instagram, stop listening. I don't want to see that stuff. Okay. So us being bad parkers and drivers, you know how many times I've driven down the freeway and I'm like, you son of a bitch! I swear to God, if you're an old Asian lady and you drive by and it's an old Asian lady, she's merging then signaling later. You know what I'm saying?
While going like 35 on the freeway.
And I'm sitting over there like, Mom, you're making it look bad. Mom, stop driving. This is why stereotypes are created. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there. Mom, pull over. Just yelling out the window. This is terrible. So like, but they come from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Now at the same point, we also Tokyo Drift.
Right.
We also like, oh, too fast, too furious. So drifting, it's like one or the other. It's like hot and cold with Asians. You either can't.
You're either an epic driver or a shit driver.
Or you're like, you have a new hole in your wall. Thanks. Either one of those two things are happening.
Right.
So, but anyways, that's that whole sidebar with there was just for the people that were here
prior to the podcast.
Prior to this recording. So sorry, people in the podcast, we lost you for a second there. I'm gonna wrangle it back though. I'm gonna wrangle it back.
So our influence.
So yeah, our influence. And I'm just not influenced anymore by celebrities like that. So, but you're right though. I have the weirdest idols.
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
I think so. I feel like you idolize them.
Yeah.
And that's where the influence comes from, is because you see them as this idol, as someone you look up to in a way or are envious of or anything like that. So I think idol's a good word for it.
Yeah.
That you idolize them to it and are allowed to be influenced by them.
Right. Yeah, because my idols are like, you're right, Marcus Lemonis. Love him.
I love him so much. And his beautiful wife.
The late Tony Shea.
Yep.
Love him.
Yep.
So like these are all like, and by the way, the people, if you don't know the people I'm naming, definitely give them a little research.
Yes.
You know?
Look them up.
Tony Shea, CEO of Zappos, and Marcus Lemonis is, I believe he's founder and CEO of
Camping World.
So these are all really, really good people that put people over profits as well as part of their mantra for creating decent businesses, So, but with that said, that's the sidebar. That's more
sidebar.
Double sidebar. ADD much? Not a squirrel.
That's the ADD bar.
We should have just named this damn podcast Squirrel.
We should have.
They're like, squirrel. What's it about? Everything. This is about everything.
She's Darla's over there laughing,
Right.
doing her craft.
For everyone joining us now, I got to do my little speechy thingy. You know what I mean? Enter the giveaway, you guys. This is a live recording for our podcast. Oh, I got to do my shameless plug. Copy and paste there. Live recording for our podcast, Beyond the Bag. It's available everywhere. And if you're on the podcast, please make sure to join us live to see our lovely faces, mostly Mags. Okay, like how she looks with like no makeup on. Doesn't that annoy you a little bit? Doesn't that annoy you? How she looks that good with no makeup on? Like, look at her. Like,
Oh my God. Amanda.
hi Amanda, and look at how good I look with all this makeup
Oh
on.
my God.
I have no makeup on. No, just some genetics. That's it.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, my point is that you can join us live and see everything that's going on here. So,
Dad, come hang out with us.
Faces. Yeah, I know, right? She has to put on makeup for our Insta though.
They do.
Yeah,
It's rough.
yeah, she hates it. She hates it because I have a choice between putting on a filter or no filter. So I do have an app where the days that she doesn't want to put on makeup, I could put makeup on her. But I ensure that it does not change her facial features because I'm so against that.
Oh yeah.
It'll cause dysmorphia.
Well, yes, that, and have you guys seen a lot of you guys obviously have seen the cards that we sent out where we did the this is real, this is a real thank you card.
Right.
And so there's a lot of fake out there. A lot.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about opening up the TikTok app and just the plain old app, taking a picture with it had a filter on it.
Yep.
You didn't add a filter. You didn't ask for a filter. It just came with it.
I didn't ask for a filter.
He showed my face. He goes, look at this. I don't look like that right now.
I sure as hell didn't look like that.
And like, I definitely don't look like that right now. And he's like, this is what you was just, I literally opened the camera on TikTok and this was it. Like, it was already there.
It's kind of scary.
It's super scary.
We're about to go off on subject and I kind of okay with it.
What's super scary is the influence that it has. We've got a 10-year-old that can be so easily influenced by that again, the dysmorphia that you're talking about.
Right.
Of like, this is what a female should look like, or this is what
I'm
a male
okay with
should look
makeup
like.
apps.
Yeah.
Like it's not changing your nose.
Right.
It's not changing your eyes. Like it's not giving you bigger lips.
Mhm.
It's not changing your face. I'm okay with that because technology could work for us. Those days when you don't feel like wearing makeup, push a button.
Right.
Ta-da, you're wearing makeup.
Mhm.
But nothing got changed though. Your facial features didn't change. And if you did take the time to put on decent foundation and put your blush and do everything right, you know what I'm saying? Then you would look like that.
Right. So
But-
it's like you can look like that. This isn't like like an alternate version of you.
Right.
Of like that if you did your makeup, you wouldn't look like that. No, you would. Like it's basic ass makeup. You just put it on.
With this
I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
I'm okay with that, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't like that it's like an automatic option though. Because what if I want to show that I don't have any makeup on, or what if I want to
Yeah,
show
try-
that I'm like 40 something with some crow's feet going up in here and like my grays and all of that? Like, what if that's the point of the picture I'm taking, to have it automatically on like that? Spooky to me.
Right. And I think that's that thing. We had a whole podcast about aging, and I say we just got to age gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
Screw it. It's not so bad when you're not alone, if that makes any sense.
Definitely.
So I think the scariest part of aging is we go through. I wanted to add this on the last podcast, so I'll talk about it now. When you grew up, where'd you go? You went to school, right? What'd you do? Surrounded by kids,
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by family, surrounded by a lot of people. Then you at college, you're still surrounded by a lot of people, right? Now you're young, you're going to parties, still surrounded by a lot of people. Then you went and got a job, and who'd you get surrounded with? People at your job. And that's if you get a social job where there's actually people and you have to work with people.
Right.
Then you get older to our age, 35, 40 plus,
Mhm.
50, 60. It feels a lot lonelier because it's not like right now we're going to go hang out with other, a bunch of 45-year-olds all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like not versus when we were like in
Our
elementary
20s.
school in our 20s and everything,
Mhm.
where we're like, it was a point to be around a social aspect of people of our age group, right?
Right.
But we got shit to do. We got kids to raise.
Mm-hmm.
We got jobs to go to, right? We got
Mhm.
whatever we got to do in our normal
And those
life.
jobs generally consist of like a solitary type of thing. A lot of like careers it's more solitary based
Right.
than like a community based, like when you're a kid and you work at a fast food joint or a retail like clothing store or something like that. You're surrounded by a lot of people during that. A lot of the times the careers as an adult when we grow up is very singular based. You have an office. That's what you want. You want an office with a door that closes so nobody will fucking talk to you.
Right.
And So yeah, even the career aspect, even going to work, you're more solitary.
So aging in essence is like going to the gym. It's just a lot more fun when you bring a friend.
True.
Really. Like, just take a friend with you.
Super true.
It'll make the whole process so much better than doing it by yourself.
Are you getting old? I'm getting old too. Let's hang
Let's
out.
go.
Let's
Does
hang
your back
out.
hurt? My back hurts. Let's go.
Besties.
Right? There's always the other one too. You know, the other one's like third divorce, fifth divorce. Let's get it.
Go.
That means it's time to get drunk, is what that means. All right, we getting wasted. Well, we got 2 minutes left on this giveaway, guys.
Yeah, get in there.
Get in there. Get in on that giveaway.
Everybody in this chat better be in that entry. There's only 9 entries, 15 people in this chat.
We got to talk for 1 more minute and 30 seconds, and then I get to do my spiel about why we're doing what we do.
Okay.
But yeah, we're still going on this. But anyways, regardless, let's go back to this. Carrie Bradshaw.
Yep.
She started it.
She did.
I think she started it. I'm gonna directly blame her. I'm calling her out right now. Carrie Bradshaw, what's wrong with you?
For the celebrity influence?
Yeah.
Or
Yes. And handbags.
okay.
Yes. And everything.
Yeah.
And everything, actually.
Wow.
Yes.
You're just slamming it all on her.
All of it. Yes. She's the reason why this exists right here. It's all her fault. All of it. She's the reason.
Aw,
Come on, you love that show.
I do.
And
love
again, that
show.
scene.
I do. Actually, it's so funny you brought it up because I couldn't remember that scene, and then when you did, I was like, I could picture it so vividly. I'm like, oh my god, I remember.
And all
Red Manolo Blahnik shoes and everything.
the latest craze anyway, many, many moons ago, it was Doris Day. Oh, yes. Damn.
So true.
Taking it back. What's this? Oh, okay. But listen, you guys. Okay, 1 minute. Here we go. I can do my spiel. Okay. Whoever wins this, please stick around. Enter. We are on a mission here at kismetmags.com. First of all, this is a live recording for our podcast Beyond the Bag. You can listen to it everywhere. Even on YouTube, actually. If you don't want to pay for those podcasts things, it's on YouTube. We're out here to make giveaways again. Or should I do the other one? Make all giveaways awesome
Again. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Because giveaways are out of control here on Poshmark. You will win something and then they'll bait and switch you or they guilt you into bundling. So I get to do my normal
Oh my god.
So I get to do my normal. Whoever wins, I get to yell at you and say, do not bundle, do not buy. Just be happy.
Yes.
That's it.
Love it.
Just love it. We're gonna put in some swag in the middle of those bottles too. You know, it's a $20 bottle. How much is the big one?
I think
Is that
those ones
40?
were, yeah. Those ones were 40.
We just said, yeah, we don't get any cheap stuff, you guys.
Yeah.
Even the stuff I'm sending out with Gwen, those are like $20.
Yeah.
The wine thingies,
The glasses.
which is insane, but
Don't worry, be happy and love it.
yeah, and love it or else.
Or else.
Or else. All right, here we go. Let's find a winner here. If you're listening on the podcast, join us. Amanda, congratulations. Amanda, listen to me. I get to do the spiel to you, okay? By the way, if you're listening on the podcast, please join us here to enter these giveaways. We're going to be doing this until we stop.
She says.
Amanda, listen to me. Do not buy anything on this wall. Do not buy anything on the website. Do not buy anything. Do not bundle. You are to receive this gift
With love.
with love, and that's it. Okay? We are not here to bait and switch you. You are not going to be winning any guilt. We're going to make giveaways the way they should be.
Yep. Just
Legit.
giveaway.
Just giveaways. We are tired of
Just
people.
make somebody's day, for
Yes.
Christ's sake.
Make someone's day. We are so tired of people just kind of debating people, right?
Mhm.
It feels dirty.
It does.
It feels so wrong to do that. And it is become sort of a,
Aw, you make our day.
oh, yeah, it really has become a problem,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Huge problem. And we've heard, after every giveaway, we end up hearing a bunch of horror stories from people. And I think the latest was that they gave them a 5-star review and the person blocked them anyway.
Wow.
And I'm like, I just don't understand it.
I'm not sure why.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know where to find the block button on Posh because
Greed has a lot to do with this.
I don't feel the need to block anybody on here. I don't know.
Do you think greed has a lot to do with it? So,
I think desperation has a lot to do with it.
no, yeah.
I think you're doing these giveaways to build your, which is crazy. We didn't get an influx. It was almost like our notification didn't go out or something because we didn't get any kind of an influx in the giveaway. So Posh might be broken for some people.
Better
so.
chance for us.
For real though, I'm not complaining. I just thought it was interesting. But I think a lot of people use giveaways because they see, oh, they're doing a giveaway and they've got 100 people in their show. You just got the notification. How weird. How funny. I'm glad you're here, Sus. But they do it to get people into their show in hopes that somebody's gonna be like, ooh, free shipping. I'm gonna buy 7 items because it's only gonna, I don't have to pay shipping on any of this. And then it just doesn't happen. And then they get bitter.
Yep.
Because it doesn't happen.
Yep.
And now they're like, well, that cost me $8 to bring all these people into my show and to not have anybody buy anything. I just spent $8 for nothing. I think is the mentality when it comes to the giveaways. So I think it's a desperation move to get people in there to actually make some sales, which isn't, I mean, hustle, do you. It's just not what we're about. And it shouldn't end up that way. When somebody doesn't buy anything, you don't take it out on them, or you don't take it out on your chat, or you don't let chat take it out on the person. Like, that's the crazy part, is the mob mentality that happens.
So that's where I wanted to get to, is the mob mentality. So problem is you have other sellers in here, right? So they can easily relate to the person doing the giveaway. So they side with the other seller.
Right.
Clicks. They're clicky. They're like, bundle something.
Right.
Why aren't you bundling something? And they would guilt people into it. It's so the opposite of what we stand for.
Yeah.
That it kind of grosses me out.
It really does.
Like,
it really does. And I'm always nervous now to send people after the show, to send them anywhere, because we're definitely on the minority side of giveaways. The majority of people are doing it this way, are using it for free shipping and wording it however they can to get away with it with Posh, because Posh has clearly said that's not a giveaway. So it's like, cool, well, then I'll just send them this paperclip. Congratulations on your paperclip, because you won a paperclip. So we're definitely on that minority side of wanting giveaways to just be like a smile that goes out to somebody.
that's what it should be.
Yeah.
So someone says, I don't like gibbies in my shows because a lot of times the winner's a gibby goblin. I would rather someone who's been in my show for 4 to 5 hours win. I agree. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that
that's
too.
that's the problem with the time frames too. Like, I want to do giveaways that are just like a minute long, so that it is just for the people that are in the show. There's no chance or have an option. Have an option to turn the notification off for it going out. So then it doesn't get then the masses don't get notified that you're doing a giveaway. But the people that do come into your show and hang out for a minute, see that you're doing a giveaway, maybe they're going to stay and hang out, maybe not. But it's not this massive flood. That's why I'm saying Posh might still be down for some people, because we didn't have the flood of people coming in for the giveaway. And it was a 30-minute giveaway. So people should have gotten the notifications.
Really, Posh needs to reinvent itself. Speaking of reinventing itself, huh?
Yes.
Did you like that?
I love it.
I segued.
Let's do it.
You're the age, my screen, there you go. After 35, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. Let me give you some science first. The brain does this thing called neuroplasticity. Okay. And I've known about this for a long time, but there's even more articles out about it. And Psychology Today, for example, is telling you that our brain remains highly adaptable after 35, and you can literally rewire habits and identity at any age. The whole concept of an old dog can't learn new tricks does not apply to humans. It doesn't apply to dogs.
I was going to say, it doesn't apply to dogs either.
Right. So just throw that whole saying away. It's stupid. So reinventing yourself,
I think that's an easy, cop out.
I agree.
Like, I'm old. I don't have to change. I don't need to change because I'm not supposed to change because I'm older.
Right. What do you think about that?
About that we are able to mold?
Right. Yes.
Definitely. I think that's a great analogy, is the old dogs can't learn new tricks, because it's complete bullshit. And I feel like you can change at any moment. Go back to survival, just basic survival instincts. You're going to change to survive. So why wouldn't emotionally be the same? Why, if you're emotionally not not present or not happy in the situation that you're in, then evolve and change.
Right. Before I spout more facts here, let me give you my advice for all this. There's an old saying in there where You got to find yourself. I'm so against that saying.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I hear one of my friends say it, I go, no, that ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's because to say you find yourself, you need to find yourself says more about you than what's going on, because that you're now viewing yourself as lost. Okay. I think a lot of life isn't really about finding yourself. It's about, and I know there's a famous person that already said this, but I truly believe in this, is that it's about creating. Life is so much more about creating yourself instead of finding yourself. They, in essence, are the same thing, but worded differently takes you through a different path.
Well, it's for my gamers out there, it's endgame. If you found yourself,
You're done.
game over.
GG.
GG's. Like, but if you're constantly creating yourself, then you're always evolving and you're always creating the better version of yourself.
Right.
But if you go out looking to find yourself and then you do, quote, find yourself, then what the fuck else do you have left to go for? It's like the saying, it was like, it's always in the last place I looked. Well, why did you keep looking after you found it? Of course it's in the last place you looked, because you stopped looking because you found it.
Right.
So that goes the same way with that, in my opinion. Like, after you've found yourself, now what?
Right. And I want to go further with that saying.
Mhm.
I even think about that in relationships. So people are out there trying to find their love.
Mhm.
I'm going to find the one. I'm
Right.
going to find them.
Mhm.
As if they're perfect when you find them.
Mm.
As if you're done when you found your partner. That's not how it works. Everybody in a relationship knows that's not how it works. Everyone's ever been in a serious one knows that's not how it works. How it works is you found your starting point. Now you got to start creating a good love between you two. A good relationship.
Foundation.
A foundation. So now it's about creating and creating. So not only do you have to create on an individual level, but if you're talking about love, now you got to also create together with somebody as well. The concept of finding somebody has always never resonated well with me, and finding myself and finding someone, because it really puts, like you said, almost a dead end to your mission, to your whole purpose in life, whatever it might be. You know, in fact, you might never find it because you're busy finding it. If that makes
Right.
sense.
Yes.
That actually made sense, right?
Yes.
So, yeah,
You're gonna stop creating because you're busy looking for the find instead of creating. You're so focused on the finding yourself that you lose the ability to create.
and that's not what life's about. Life's about creating some stuff, creating the, and it doesn't have to be that deep, and it could be that deep. So, but on a more deeper level, it's about really creating who it is that you want to be and who it is that you would really be proud of being as a human being in the first place. And that goes through everything: career, love, life, kids, whatever it might be. It all falls under the same branch, because it's all something that means something deep that really affects all the other parts of your life. So I just want to throw that out there before I got into the facts, that I really, really don't enjoy the whole concept of finding anything. Okay.
Well, it also falls into the, like, you're 50, I'm 50, you complete me. But it speaking of Rolodex, it goes into the Rolodex of that file for, no, that ain't right. And that's this, like, it's kind of like an old way of thinking,
Right.
like an old broken way of thinking, in my opinion.
Hold on one second. Let me get the recording. What happened to my recording here? Technical issues?
Uh-oh.
Off.
That's all you get, babe.
That's it.
That's
all I
it.
get. That's all the podcast
GG's.
is. It's creating. Instead of creating us a podcast, it found us a podcast. There it goes.
Found
There it goes.
itself.
There it goes. Oh no, we're still good. Let's just try not to shake the table until I figure out what's going on.
That's weird.
But with that
Stop
said,
putting your phone there.
I know how. Maybe that's it. Maybe I keep putting my phone there. It breaks it. What's that technical difficulty? That would have been really funny. But anyways, let's go to the facts, okay? In an AARP survey, 37% of women between the ages of 35 and 65, someone in the chat talked about their 60s, made a major career shift in the last decade. That's a lot of women.
What was the number?
37%.
Oh, wow.
37. Over a third.
Critter's even in on it.
Over a third of women said, I'm changing my career path. Not like, oh, my 20s when I got time, or my 30s when I got time. No. In their 60s, they're like, you know what? I'm doing something new. Teacher? Nah, fuck that. I'm doing this.
That's crazy. That's
So-
a lot.
But listen, though, the facts still stated, you can still adjust and learn. It doesn't mean that you're stuck in that thing that you did.
I think that's the other problem too, is we were taught, like, I know my mom's generation, and she, it's like, get a good job, get stability, get into your saving, like put into savings, and like all of these things that, like, what if I hate my job in 10 years? Like, what if I hate doing this, but you're telling me that that's my career path. That's my way of making money. That's the way of sustaining. Like, I wish people didn't have that that mindset of working somewhere for 50 years and then retiring, and that's the American dream, or that's the human dream, if you will, is putting in the time so that you have the retirement when you're older.
Right.
So you stick it out at a company for 40 years or whatever it may be, and then retire, hopefully. And like, what if you're miserable the whole time you're there?
What if you love it though?
I mean, that happens.
What if
and
you love it?
That happens, and I'm super happy for those people that have found that. But for
I don't think that's the majority though. Let's be
no,
real.
that's what I'm gonna say. Like I feel like a lot of people feel stuck in like, well, I've been here, especially like that tenure, or you know what I mean. Like I've been here 15 years. I just got to put in 20 more. You know, like
That's
they
a scary concept to me too. And
super scary.
if you have happiness, I don't think it matters. Everything you said means jack shit if you're happy,
Mhm.
right? However, if you're unhappy,
Yeah,
you might want to.
that's a prison sentence.
These words are going to hit a little harder if you're
Mhm.
unhappy at all with that. Is that what we're talking about before? Is time's not waiting for you. Mr. Death knocking at your door ain't waiting for you. As you get older, we supposed to be better. When we're younger, we're supposed to be dumber. But when we older, we're supposed to be smarter. I think that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that makes sense to you, and it makes sense to me, and it makes sense to everybody, then why are we still doing stupid things when it comes to our career?
Or our life in general.
Right.
Relationships.
If you got to
anything.
switch it up, you got to switch it up. There's nothing about it. In fact, whenever you talk to somebody, even in love, right? I've been with the same man for 40 years and I divorced him. And then you talk to that person, not a single time have you met a woman that's like, oh, no, I will go back with them in a second. I made a mistake.
Right.
No. Well, how do they feel? It felt so good. I got all this weight off my back. I can finally be myself. I can start who I want to be. Let's talk careers. Same thing. There's nobody out there that's like, man, it really sucked that I quit that career. You know what I mean? They're like, no, it forced me to do something. It forced me to learn something new. It forced me to be somebody else. So
nothing great came from anyone being comfortable.
right. It's the comfort that really destroys everything. In fact, my child's teaching you, because Twyla's learning a little bit of college psychology. And one of the things that she came up to me, and one of the things that I'm having her do is I'm having her teach me psychology in order to prove to me that she's learned it, right? And in the concept of teaching me, she's also reinforcing the information. So it's a little bit of a brain psychology hack going on. Now, with that said, she recently said to me, she goes, well, Dad, did you know that a little bit of discomfort, is what causes growth, and that is the most efficient way to create growth and change. And I said, really? Of course I knew. I go, tell me more. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that even right now my kid knows, and that's been taught in psychology for a long time. But at the same point, comfortability makes you stale.
Feels good though.
It feels good, but it makes you stale.
Chat says comfort leads to complacency.
I agree.
Completely
absolutely
agree.
leaves. Absolutely. Now, too much discomfort, you're going to break.
Right.
So there's that too. You can't just uproot your whole life. You can't just be like, I'm changing everything right now. Very few people on this earth can handle something like that. So you really got to take it in small steps, right?
Yeah. Little bits at a time. I'm going to change my job. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change the way I dress. I'm going to change just little things at a time, I think are the way to go. Because yeah, if you try and do it all at once, we're not built for that.
Right. In the Harvard Business Review of 2024, women in their 40s and 50s are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in America. Let's go, ladies.
I love it.
Let's go, ladies.
I love
Hey,
it.
messing around. Y'all hustling.
Yep.
Yeah, which makes sense to the stat we recently read, which is that women in their 40s and 50s, specifically in their 40s, they're at the richest points of their life.
Yes.
What happens in their 50s, though?
Mm.
They get remarried? What happened?
Maybe.
Where'd that money go after the 40s? You know what I'm saying?
Who knows? They started another venture. And now they're broke.
They saw Carrie Bradshaw carry something.
Oh, swoon.
Money's gone.
Yep. That's
So,
it.
but yeah, no, let's go 40s and 50s. Let's go, ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
I agree. That's exciting. That feels good too. That I'm in my prime right now.
I think a lot of it too is, speaking of entrepreneurships, I think that we all should have a side hustle on the side. Like all of us.
Right.
If-
Well,
even if it's just Etsy.
it keeps things fresh. It keeps things from going stale, like you talked about when you're in the same job for so long, or and you're not happy. And same thing with a relationship. You're in a relationship for too long, you're not happy, it goes stale. So having that side hustle can be that release for you if you need that, if you're not ready to make that leap to make a change, whether it's career, whether it's relationship, whether it's just self growth, whether you're not ready to do that. If you have something that is a side hustle that isn't your main everyday thing that can help, I think, satiate that part of the brain a little bit.
Keeps it kind of exciting when it
Yeah.
should be exciting.
Yeah.
That's
Because the side hustle is just that. It's a side hustle. You're going to make money or you're not. You got to hustle to make it happen. And
you
it's
just told
like,
me to have a side hoe. You know that? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's what you just told me.
I said side hustle.
Oh, well, it's kind of the same thing. So I got my main job. That's my main hoe.
Mm.
And then I got my side hoe.
Okay. If that's how you interpret it.
You just look at the camera right now. Chat, no. I tried to make something happen there. I couldn't. I tried though. I got to shoot my shot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, jeez.
So, I have some tips backed by research. Okay. So if you're out there right now,
bread, right? Brit.
nice try, bruh. If you're out there right now and you're listening to this and you're thinking about reinvention, I have some tips for you that is backed by research. Okay.
Okay.
The first tip is this: start small. Consistent habits are more effective than a radical change. So just start small, like what we just talked about. Take little baby steps of what you're
Right.
gonna do. So if you're trying to reinvent yourself right now, I mean, you're trying to create somebody new, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're kind of tired of what you see and you want to be somebody different, you want to do somebody different. By the way, this applies to younger people too. Okay. It really
Absolutely.
applies to everyone. But I think we all know as you get older, your roots are in the ground a little bit more. So it takes a little bit more pulling to get your feet off that earth and really start something new. So but this really applies to everybody is what I'm trying to say. So really start small, just the little things. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I love that. That's why I said start by, changing how you dress or changing up the little routines throughout your day or like just start changing the small things first.
Right.
Because to do the big stuff, you got to work up to it. I
Right.
think.
Make yourself uncomfortable. If you have OCD, put the ice cream in a different place. Right? You know what I'm saying? Turn books upside down. You're like, I don't know if I like this, but I'm going to try it.
Mind hack yourself.
Yeah, really. Just start getting yourself kind of prepped up and really try and find what it is that you want to do. What the last thing you want to do though is just change it all. Okay? Don't go quitting your job. Don't go divorcing your man right away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't go do it. Don't go suddenly dye your hair pink out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? When you never done that before. So like really take little baby steps first and then move up to those things. You know what I'm saying?
Unless the hair dye is a baby step.
Oh,
for you.
yeah. If they have, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving examples here, all right? I'm just giving examples. But yeah, the second thing is to surround yourself with expander friends. Then those are people who normalize bigger goals.
Okay.
So expander friends, again, I'm gonna say it again, is for people who normalize bigger goals. So for me, it's pretty much ambitious people or people like us that are like constantly all about self-improvement and bringing yourself up.
So have a good support system.
Yeah, in essence. So that's the second biggest tip that psychologists will give you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's number 2, surround yourself with people that are going to support this. And really, and because you have 1,000, even right now it's happening. That's why I'm stuttering. You have 1,000 voices in your head yelling at you not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to try and balance them out with some positive people in your corner.
Right. Because it's scary to change.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Change is scary.
That's what I'm saying. Change is very scary, but nothing good comes from comfort. We know this, right?
Yep.
So by reasoning, you got to do the scary stuff.
And comfort and unhappiness are definitely not the same thing. So
Correct.
Don't look at like if you're speaking of like a job, you can be comfortable there or you can be unhappy there.
Right.
They're not the same thing. So you want to make sure that you're not, but they can also be the same thing where you're comfortable with being unhappy because you've gotten used to it.
I'll even give you some personal news and stuff that I've never told anyone. Me and Max haven't told anybody before. Okay. When we did the Village Go-Getters, our clientele were multi-millionaires. So let me just say it differently. The Village Go-Getters was a concierge service we ran, and we were personal assistants, just to dumb it down. We're personal assistants.
Right.
No fancy words, to multi-millionaires. Very, very well-off people and established people. And they got the money from different things. One of them sold their property to the U.S. government to be a naval area. One of them did billboards. One of them was a successful financial planner. One of them sold RVs. I can keep going, you guys. Our clientele list. And these weren't millionaires. These were multi-millionaires. I'm going to express, there's a reason why I'm hammering this home. None of our clientele had a bank account under 10 million. They were poor at 10 million. Okay, so this is the category I'm talking about. All right, they were all very unhappy except for the RV people. Funny enough, the hippie lifestyle kept them grounded. Right. But anyways, for the most part, they were all generally very, very, very unhappy. So I'm telling you this from the people that have been there. You working so hard every day to make a lot of money, it's not going to bring you happiness. Mags and I have seen on the other side how people live on their day as personal assistants, meaning we're there day to day, not for like a couple minutes. We are there day to day, every single day, to actually see what goes on in the minds of these very, very financially successful people. And you guys, stuff I've never told before, they're miserable. The money makes it easier. I'm not going to lie to you. But
It makes it easy to mask.
It makes it easy to mask, yes. The money makes it so easy to mask. But they are miserable. And they had retired and they're done. Most of them weren't working. One of them was still working. But for the most part, they were done. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because so many of us put so much emphasis on our career that we got to make more money when we do our change in our life. And one thing Mags and I did this Kids with Mags thing about, because I looked at our numbers, we're still in the red. We ain't making any money off of this. All right. And what I'm trying to say is that when I started, we did the same thing. And I'm taking my own advice. What I'm saying, if you're going to go and make a change in your life, it can't all be about money. You can't still hold on to the notion that getting rich is going to bring you happiness. That's completely false. I know we hear it all the time, but let me add one more voice into that to help kind of hammer that home, right? That's what I've been saying, is that, guys, it's not going to work. You got to make a shift and reinvent yourself in your life and really find meaning into your career, meaning into what you want. It doesn't have to be a career. It can just be a side hustle. You can still keep your boring ass career, but find something on the side that brings meaning into your life.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. We have got to see the other side, and it's kind of sad, actually. Like, you would think that having all of the money to spend whenever you want all the time, there's still this crazy void that's happening within these individuals, and the money fills it up temporarily, whether it's something to buy, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whatever it may be, whether it's women, whatever. It's a temporary, it's like a Band-Aid type of fix that there's nothing substantial about it or long lasting. So
yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing too. So if you're out there doing this, making that change, and remember that for a second. Now let's switch it off money for a second, right? What about men? Hey, listen, find one that brings you meaning. I'm not changing up the advice at all.
No,
not at all.
No,
you don't gotta be rich. He's got to bring meaning to your life. That's important. You're not in your 20s anymore and 30s trying to find some rich asshole to take care of you. You're a grown-ass woman now. You can make your own money. And according to my science, 40s and 50s and above, it's the time to go, to make things happen. You don't got to have a fancy car and a nice house to find that happiness. Not every change. And the reason this is still about reinventing. If you're going to reinvent yourself, I want you to take money off the table. Now, don't go broke. Don't go starving. Don't go homeless. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying is that make sure that there's meaning. You don't got to be the richest person on the planet. You don't need a six-figure income to find happiness. And that's something that I'm more telling myself than I'm telling our listeners right now, because it took me a long time to understand that, because I was indoctrined with my parents that money will do that. That's why I had to become a doctor or a lawyer.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, our generation, our parents' generation, was sort of that last generation of, you got to get a job, you got to work forever, and you got to retire from that job. And that's the American dream. And I feel like our generation has kind of come around and is going like, I tried that and I don't like it.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm going to try something else.
Right.
And so it's really, really hard for that generation to break that, because you're right, they were indoctrined into that. They were that is the way to happiness, is to make lots of money and retire. And I think what's really funny is a lot of our clients that we talked about in Florida would have been like so much happier just doing simpler things that didn't involve a lot of money. Because again, like I said, they used that money as a Band-Aid, and then they became accustomed to it, and that's even scarier. So when the money goes away, because money's not forever, when that money goes away, what are you left with?
Right. What are you left with?
So,
I mean, we lived that lifestyle and it was crazy. We took a limo. They have this thing in Florida. Is Sue still in here? Sue's might still be.
Sue's.
They have this thing in Florida. She'll have more insight on this called bike night, right?
Oh my God, yeah, bike night.
And one of our clients is very well off. He had a $5,000 plus a week
Wine budget.
wine budget that we had to fulfill. So we had to buy for him $5,000 a week of wine to fill his fridge, and he would go through $5,000 worth of wine. Not a lot of bottles, by the way.
Mm-mm.
Just really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we took a limo to bike night. One of the
Oh my God, it was so funny too. He didn't even tell us where we were going.
he didn't
He's
tell
like,
us.
get dressed up. We're taking the limo. I want you guys to get dolled up, both of you.
Yeah.
So we did. And I wore a nice dress, and Hubby wore like a suit
I was
jacket.
looking good. I was fatter. I was
and-
fat because I was chubby.
And we show up at fucking bike night in Florida.
I know. He didn't tell us where. He just said, look nice. So we're over here. I'm in like a nice suit and you're in a nice dress. And we were with the most grittiest, amazing humans, by the way.
So true.
People that ride bikes and Harleys get a bad name, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, like we were there and like the grittiest thing. And my point is that I have a reason I'm telling you this. Now, that limo went everywhere with us.
Mhm.
So at some point in our life, I can't make this up, you guys. We would have a limo take us to the store to go shopping.
For a client.
Yeah, and for us.
Yeah.
Because he had a limo driver. So there was just a limo always there. So, and that's the thing, that we took a limo everywhere. And I'm telling you guys, that sounds great, right? It sounds wonderful. Guys, within the first couple of weeks, it lost its flair.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
It
was
lost
like,
its-
I'll
it's
just
like,
drive.
I'll just
I'll
drive. I don't
myself.
need to take the
I don't-
limo.
we don't
Thank you.
need to do this.
No, we were just like, we don't need the limo. We'll drive ourselves. We're just normal people. We don't need a limo. We don't need the driver. The driver's fine. We don't need it. So, and that was the thing that was, I mean, it's crazy to have that part of our life. Like, we haven't told a lot of people that, because we're not those people.
Right.
We're just not, you know what I mean? We're just not. So
Well, and it wasn't like it's only a flex to some people. Like to us, I'm like, that's not really a flex. Like it was just
It's
like
not a
it lost
flex.
its luster after like a week.
it's not a flex.
And so it was like
So when I tell people something, when someone boasts about money and they see it as a flex, they themselves have some sort of financial insecurity.
mm-hmm.
If you want to flex on me, tell me you're healthy.
Valid.
If you want to flex on me, tell me you found a love that makes you feel secure at night. If you want to flex on me, tell me you got kids that love you every day. That's a fucking flex, because you can't buy those things.
Correct.
You can't tell me you got friends that got your back through thick and thin. You can't buy those things. That's a real flex. So when you hear me say stuff like we in $1 million house, that's not a flex.
Right.
That's
Tell
just
me
what it is.
You're doing what you love.
That's a fucking flex. Yeah. See, when I say stuff like that, you can kind of find who's currently insecure about their finances, because they're going to be like, well, why are you showing off? You're like, I'm not showing off. These are just the facts. I'm just stating what happened. So we took a limo everywhere. It's not a flex. Trust me, it gets boring after a while. So, and that's something, and you should really look at, if somebody says that in front of you, you should really look at that. There's this whole saying of like, you see a guy driving down the road in his Ferrari and he's 48 years old. There are two ways to look at this if you're a young person. Look at that motherfucker. He doesn't deserve that. Why does he fucking deserve that car? I would appreciate that car. I'm young and I'm amazing. And then there's this other person that goes, how do I do what he just did? How did he do that? I got to learn from him. How did he do that? Those are two different types of mindsets and two different types of securities in that person. One is completely insecure in that.
Oh.
I deserve that. That's mine. I should be, if I drove that, man, I have all the bitches. Why does that old guy get that shit? Right? And then there's the other one that's a learner. He's the one that's got security in failure. He goes, I'm willing to fail to find out how he got that nice car. And those are the two types of mindsets, generally speaking, when someone's get started, and when they look at a car and they go, how do I make my life better? So none of those things are ever a flex for me. I don't ever go around, if I'm flexing, I'm saying those things. I'm saying the second thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I found the love of my life. How about you? How you doing in your $1 million mansion? That's cool. All right. Well, you have a great time on your jet ski vacation in wherever you're going.
Right. With your friends.
With your friends. You have a good luck. Good luck. Because I have something really sad to tell you guys. One of our clients that did pass away that I talked about, funeral, was no funeral. It was family members squabbling for his money. That was all he was worth. That's it. And it was very sad. So please, you guys, if you're going to reinvent yourself, don't take that route. Don't let money influence you, but don't go broke. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Right. We're not. Well, yeah.
Yeah, within reason, you guys. Within reason.
Our
okay?
people are smart. So
I gotta say it just in case. You know what I mean? I can already see someone like,
It's the like, don't put this bag over your head
yeah, like, duh, you can't
Like-
be,
warning.
Don't take me to court, all right? Your Honor, this podcaster that I never met told me
I
that
should just go broke.
I should just
I should just stop paying my bills.
stop.
It doesn't make me happy to pay my bills.
That's why I said that, all right? A little disclaimer.
Disclaimer, that's what I was
Our disclaimer should just be don't be stupid.
All right? Our disclaimer says use common sense.
Use common sense, okay? So, okay, the third one. Damn, that tip number 2 went off on his tangent, right?
I love it.
Much.
I love it.
The third tip, you guys, treat failure as feedback. A Stanford study shows that people who frame reinvention as experiments stick with it longer. So let's say that again. Let's say it again. Remember what I was saying about dyeing your hair? Remember what I was saying about putting the book upside down for no reason and putting the ice cream down over here? Tell yourself, if you're reinventing yourself, I'm just experimenting right now. I'm going to see if I like this. When you frame it in your mind, when you brainwash yourself to think I'm just experimenting, there's a high tendency for you to make it easier to reinvent yourself. And I think that's important.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need the spoon feeding, if you will, where it's like, is that for real? Is that forever? Is it just, I'm gonna try it out.
I'm just checking it out.
I'm just trying it
I'm
out.
just checking it out.
And then there's the people that are the cold turkey cigarette quitting type people that are like, nope, I made a decision. It's done. I'm not doing it anymore. This is the way it is now. So I think there are the two types of people, but I think the first one has more chance for longevity.
Right.
Less chance for relapse, if you will, because 6 months down the road, a year from down the road, 10 years down from the, you're going to say to yourself, well, I don't want to tell myself that I can't have that anymore. You start to,
I'm done saying no to myself.
yeah, you start to rebel against yourself because yourself puts such a strict imposition on something, and it puts such a has to be done that way. And if it's not, then I'm going to be unhappy. And then 6 months out, well, that might make me happy now. So what do I do? Because I've already told myself I'm not doing that anymore. So I think I call it the spoon feeding, where it's just little bits at a time, and make sure that you tell your brain this isn't a permanent thing unless I want it to be.
Right.
Unless this actually works out and I like my books upside down and I like my ice cream on the bottom shelf and I like my hair pink. Then move into those being staples into your life. But having the spoon fed theory is what I will call it, where it's it's baby steps.
Right. And again, if just to recap everything, this is all backed by science and research, okay? That this is, if you're out there trying to reinvent yourself right now and become somebody new, or you just need a shift in your life. You woke up one day and you go, man, something's got to change. I can't help you. Every time I wake up, I stare at the same wall. I stare at the same ceiling.
The Groundhog Day effect.
And this can't be it. This can't be life. Then that's when you're in this world now where you're like, I got to do something different. Then I got to reinvent myself. I got to create something new. Use science to help you out, to give yourself a better chance. Okay. Number 1, start small. Number 2, surround yourself with people with expander friends. Okay.
Good support system.
Good support system. And number 3, treat failure as feedback. All right. So, and use them and trick your mind and say, these are just experiments. We're just going to try it out. And then actually do that. Try it out. See if you like that. Change it up a little bit, So using those 3 things will really help with
That's all part of the reinventing, because there could be something that you hated in your 20s that you love now, or you hated in your 30s that you love now. And so don't set yourself into, this is who I am. This is how I've been. This is how I'm always going to be. Allow yourself to evolve and allow yourself to see yourself as someone that can evolve.
Right. I have a quote here from George Eliot. And he says, it's never too late to be who you might have been.
I like that.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's never too late to be who you might have been. It makes me think about young me, what I imagined I'd be. I kind of came into it when I was a kid. I told myself that I would never be stubborn because I looked at old men. By the way, old men were 30 to me back then.
For real.
30s are young men to me, prime if you ask me. But I told myself, I'm never going to be a stubborn old man. I don't ever want to be that stubborn old man that I've met so much. This is the way, this is how I was raised, this is how it's done. Not only are they just stubborn, but then they get lost in the world of technology. They don't reinvent themselves. And they're just old. And that was my, that was my definition of old, So I told myself I'd never be that. And quite honestly, I've come pretty close to achieving that. I do catch myself sometimes where I'm like, wait a second. Did I just say that because I'm stuck in my ways? Because I don't want to do that.
Who said that quote?
It was Eliot.
Eliot.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say it again. George Eliot.
George Eliot.
Yes. It's never too late to be who you might have been. So that inner child in us is always there, you know? And a lot of us, sometimes we got to look back and we go, is this who I imagined that I would be? So going back to where I was saying before, it's like, I'm pretty close to it. I'm missing my Fu Manchu. Okay. I thought I'd be on top of a mountain teaching Kung Fu, telling people to punch like a side of a tree while I'm doing this with my Fu Manchu, spreading wisdom. You know what I'm saying? The cup is never full. I don't like that. Just saying random things like that. Well, I'm on a podcast. I don't have a Fu Manchu. I'm kind of on a mountain though where we live. So kind of. That's what I mean. Like, oh, maybe a little bit.
Bits and pieces. Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces. Yeah, you know. So Elliot with one L. So yeah, you know, it's close enough. So, but anyways, I think that's the takeaway for today. Okay. So remember those 3 things if you're out there trying to reinvent yourself. So
that's a great way. I think those are 3 great pieces of advice for that. Absolutely.
So let's go back. Let's recap.
Recapping.
Carrie Bradshaw, stop influencing my wife. Okay.
Never.
First one.
Never.
Celebrities, stop it. Okay. Be careful when you buy something off hype from celebrities. You could get major backlash of regret as well. So make sure that you actually want it, and it's not because somebody else got it all the way. It can't be 100%. It's going to be a part of the reason, just can't be 100%. And again, if you're out there reinventing yourself, we have to give the tips one more time. Start small, okay? Surround yourself with good people and treat failure as feedback. Call it an experiment for now. That's it.
Yep. And lessons learned.
Right.
Failures as lessons learned, chat said too. So
I agree. Failure, yes, absolutely. Failures are lessons learned.
That's what we're teaching Ply.
Yep.
You know?
Let me get you your sign off.
My sign off.
When do you think you'll be able to do this without the sign off?
I don't know.
You wanna try it?
But thank you guys so much for listening to Beyond the Bag. We are all about doing things differently, putting people over profits, and treating shoppers the way they deserve to be treated, with joy, freedom, and zero buyer's remorse. Follow us on Instagram. We have so much fun on there. Our album Handle It by kismetmags.com is now on all platforms. Just search Handle It by Kismet Mags. And building your bag collection, do it with us. We've got our good vibes guarantee, and you can swap unlimited with us anytime with our purse pass over at kismetmags.com. For anyone watching us live, you can listen to this podcast anywhere. Just search Beyond the Bag. And for anyone on the podcast, come hang out with us on Posh. We record live 4 days a week, so you can be part of this awesomeness.
You can see Mags with no makeup.
Yay.
That's a lot of fun.
That's what we all want.
Yeah,
right?
and me with my makeup. It's called genetics.
With your Fu Manchu.
My non-existent Fu Manchu. Hey, listen, for anybody that needs to hear this, okay? From Carrie Bradshaw's baguette to Kylie's Coach Tabby, fashion reminds us that reinvention is always possible. So, styles evolve, icons shift, and yet the story keeps unfolding. Reinvention isn't about forgetting who you are. It's about carrying your history in one hand and your future in the other. So whatever the season you're in, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, hell, your 60s, remember, you are not a clearance rack. You are a limited edition drop. Reinvent, rebrand, and relaunch, and walk out like you're the goddamn main character. Guys, thanks for listening again. We really appreciate you guys.
You are the main character in your story. Don't forget it.
Mag's gonna come give you a hug. I get to push to stop recording.